Hey there, baseball fans. How's it going? Hayden here. And in today's video, I will be going over some general news with Jackie Bradley Jr. and the New York Mets. So, let's get right into it. So starting off with Jackie Bradley Jr., the 30-year-old Gold Glove winner is one of the best center fielders in the game, which expresses why the Mets want to fix and address the need at center field. Yes, Brandon Nimmo should still be with the Mets, I think, just not as a center fielder, maybe more as a left fielder, because I feel Brandon Nimmo focuses and reads the ball better, much better in the corners, rather than center field, where there's more land to cover. So now we should probably jump into Jackie Bradley's stats in 2020. Bradley had 191 bats, having a 283 batting average, an OPS of 814, an on-base percentage of 364, 54 hits, 22 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, and 7 home runs. So these are up to scratch numbers, and even talking about his Gold Glove, which is another full story. The Gold Glover has a stable defense in the center field position, with his calling card in just 471 innings in center field last year. Bradley racked up 7 outs above average. Since the StarCast started tracking the stat a couple years ago, Bradley accumulated a 406 OAA, which is good for the 6th in Major League over that span. Getting into whether I think the Mets should sign Bradley Jr. or not, I have 2 reasonings for both sides of the argument. I am on the fence with it. I think it is definitely a massive upgrade from Brandon Nimmo, but it's Bradley an ideal fit for the Mets given that he bats left-handed, and he would be playing in an outfield that also includes left-handed swingers in Conforto, Nimmo, and Dominic Smith. I think one big reason the Mets like George Springer in part because he would have brought a right-handed bat into the lineup. So you just feel another lefty would make it much harder to alternate the batting order for a more favorable matchup. Maybe on another team, Bradley's defense would be enough to make him worth signing. He's a consistently superb defender. He's been worth every 6 outs above average each season of his career and was worth 7 last year in less than half a season. But if Bradley reverts to 2017 to 2019 numbers, defense won't be enough, especially considering the offense he'll be putting on the bench. Now, getting into the bigger issue of signing Bradley to be their center fielder, Nimmo will have to shift over to left, which would then force the Mets to bench Dom Smith, really? Or this will definitely create some congestion issues like we saw in the beginning of the offseason. Either way, signing Bradley will cut playing time down for Dom Smith or even Pete Alonso, and we definitely do not want that. Also to add, if Bradley is putting up an OPS around 700 as he did every year from 2017 to 2019, that's not a change worth making in my opinion. Bradley will also turn 31 in April, so there's a chance he starts to decline on both sides of the ball. But overall, I have very mixed emotions about the Mets signing Bradley, as I've witnessed many other Met fans do. I'm not saying we should sign him, but I'm also not saying we shouldn't. I think it's important to take both options into consideration. But please, baseball fans, let me know. Do you agree or disagree? What do you think? Do you think the Mets should look into Jackie Bradley Jr., or do you think we should focus on other stuff? My personal opinion overall, I don't know. I think starting pitching is one of the most important things that we should focus on for the rest of this offseason. But please, baseball fans, I would love to hear your suggestions. Do you think the Mets should sign him or not? Till next time, baseball fans, see ya.